The Ophelia Project is a one-woman opera theater hybrid exploring the psyche of Shakespeare's Ophelia. We imagine a world where Ophelia is setting up for her own wedding that she knows she's not going to have to Hamlet. And I come in and start with the mad scene. So we start at the mad scene and we go from there and we explore what happens next before she decides to take her own life. I came across Ophelia in a very strange way. She's not a character that I would originally be drawn to. I tend to really like characters like Lady Macbeth, like cover my hands with blood and let me have a crazy, mad scene. And but Ophelia, as I did more research and came to learn about her, I was really drawn to her in a way of exploring femininity and what that means and really trying to figure out what makes her make that decision to kill herself. And in that, I found a really strong woman. In Ophelia's mad scene, she starts to speak for herself for the first time in the entire play. For the first time, you hear her say, this is how I feel about you, and this is how I feel about you, and that's wrong. She now has an existence and a brain and a power and a knowledge far more than a woman in her time could have. What is wrong with a traditional recital? I think there are so many things wrong with the traditional recital. You walk out, you bow, you sing a song, you bow, you leave the stage. Why do you leave the stage? I don't know. You have a drink of water, and the audience is sitting there awkwardly. They don't know whether to talk or not. They want to play on their phones, but they can't. Then you come back out and you bow and you sing and you bow again and then you leave. And I hate that. I think it's wrong. I think what's so exciting about this music is that it can take you to another place, and I think all that bowing and leaving and that all distracts from what you're trying to say. However, I would like to say that in creating the Ophelia Project, I did stay true to my graduate school's requirements for a graduate recital. I had the correct amount of languages and the amount of time, and I still stayed within those bounds, but I created something that was more. I took it to a different level. This opens things up for us singers. It means that we don't have to stay in a box, and I think the most interesting singers, the most interesting people in our industry are the people who do not stay in a box. There is something to be said about just a beautiful voice, but I think we are here to communicate, and that is why people love singers. That's why we sing. It's an expansion of the human voice and the human conversation. I hope that the Ophelia Project inspires people to do something different, that it inspires people to start to think for themselves as a singer and not just let other people dictate to them what they do. I hope that the Ophelia Project can kind of combine the theater and opera worlds. I think they need to work together more. They're two really special art forms that don't do something that different. Actors approach it from the text first, and then they have to make the text musical on their own. And we have music, and then we have to make the text seem as if it's real speaking. So I think we have a lot to learn from each other, and I think a project like the Ophelia Project that combines the two is really important, especially for our generation. So please, please donate to the Ophelia Project. We are really excited to bring it to an off-Broadway theater and have sets and costumes and lighting, and to bring on a composer to help us really realize our dreams. It is a really special project, and I hope you donate so that you can come and see it and be a part of it.